What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're doing the What's Next on Joseph Parker, the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, following a very tough 11th round knockout loss to Joe Joyce, as Parker suffered the first knockout loss of his career in that fight to the older but fresher Joe Joyce. You know, Parker fought tough. He was competitive, but Joe Joyce is just overwhelming. He's a good fighter. He hits hard. He's a big guy, and you know, he just kind of overwhelms his opponents with his power and his skill. And you know, Joseph Parker did the best he could. He fought well, but it just wasn't enough. And Joyce wore him down, used the size advantage, and stopped him. And for Parker, it's nothing to hang his head about, but the big question is, what's next for Joseph Parker now? Well, I ran through the top 10, and I really don't see any possibilities for Joseph, Joseph Parker, that he would even consider himself coming off of a loss like this. I mean, real quick, Tyson Fury's not going to fight him. There's no point. Fury would, there'd be no interest there. Alexander Usyk, there'd be no interest there. Anthony Joshua, rematch, no interest. Joshua already beat him, and it was an ugly kind of fight, so Joshua wouldn't be into fighting him again. Deontay Wilder, no, he's got himself tied up, so there's no point. A rematch with Dillian White, I wouldn't completely rule it out, but White won the first fight. Why would he want to fight him again? It wouldn't make any sense. So I don't see that one. And White's coming off of a knockout loss too to Tyson Fury. Then a rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr. Not seeing that one either. Andy Ruiz is on a roll. He's lined himself up for a potential Wilder fight. So, and he's a bigger name now than Parker, even though Parker got the controversial decision against him back in 2016. So, not seeing that one either. You got Luis Ortiz. Wouldn't be surprised if they could work out a deal, but would Parker want to take a risk even against an older Luis Ortiz? And also, that's the PBC working with Matchroom in DAZN, and I'm not seeing that one. So, yeah, I'm leaning towards the no on that one. I just don't see it. A rematch with Joe Joyce is out, and then there's Daniel Dubois, the WBA regular champ. I don't think Dubois would want to test himself against Joseph Parker just because the guy that beat Dubois, I think Dubois would try to duplicate that or do better, and I just don't think the Joseph Parker side would want that fight. And if Dubois couldn't do better than Joe Joyce, that would hurt his credibility and a potential chance at a rematch. So, yeah, I'm just not seeing that one. A third fight with Derek Chisora doesn't make sense for Parker. He won the first two. And then Otto Wallin, depending on the promotions, I just think that's too dangerous of a fight for Parker coming off a knockout loss. So Parker, really, he's probably gonna take some time off, and then you're probably gonna see him back like maybe towards the middle of next year, maybe even the second half of next year. And he's probably just going to shake off the loss and take on a kind of a stay busy, opponent that he can dominate and get back, to winning. So, Parker has essentially now, with that loss, is going to be somewhat of a gatekeeper now. I still think he's competitive. I still think he can beat a couple guys in the top 10, but he's going to be that former champ that is an attractive fight if you want to build on, which, hey, that could lead to big fights, and I still think he's competitive enough to win some of those fights. But, he's also still considered a risk, so there's not going to be a lot of guys lining up to fight him, but, hey, maybe guys like Jared Anderson and heavyweights on the rise might want to take the risk and fight him. But we just got to wait and see. So that's it. That's what I got. That's the what's next on former WBO champion Joseph Parker following the loss to Joe Joyce. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been here with the truth.